Boom. Hello world, it's me Jalen Fit. I have returned with yet another video, and it's long awaited. By popular demand, it's about time that I have conjured up a full body bodyweight program that anyone can perform. If you're an older gentleman, an older woman, if you're a younger teen, you're looking to get in shape, okay? If you're a midwife, doesn't matter what you are. If you're a lawyer, if you are a cashier, okay? If you're a lifeguard, anybody can utilize this program and get in shape with it. It's a full body calisthenics based program, and the reason why bodyweight programs are so legitimate is because they're convenient. All you need is your body weight and maybe a few pieces of equipment as you want to progress and take your gains to the next level. I'm really happy about this program because I do a lot of reading, I do a lot of studying, so I put a lot of thought into this, and I'm finally able to share this with you guys because I have conceptualized it a lot, and I wanted to make sure that it was right, make sure that it was ready, and I believe that it's ready. So now, let's get straight into it. I got the whiteboard here. As you can see, full body bodyweight program. Mind you guys, this is part one. It's going to be a two-part video. Part one, we're going to really expound upon progressive overload and ways to employ it. Like I said in my earlier video with the push-ups, the video that has my most views, okay? Progressive overload, the number one prevailing principle that will stand the test of time, okay? At least on this planet. And planet Zim, there may be another principle, but on this planet, progressive overload is the number one principle to building more muscle, gaining more strength, and the number one principle to life and prosperity, man. If you want to get better at life, you must continuously be applying a greater demand on your body, your mental faculty, your spiritual faculty, your physical faculty. That's the only way you're going to progress in life. You must continuously add more to whatever you have now to your life. And it doesn't have to be more money. It doesn't have to be more fame. But just something that's going to drive you or get you forward, propel and propagate you towards your life goals. Anyways, progressive overload, what I said here, is a gradual increase of demand placed on the body. For example, your grandmother has you carrying 5 pounds of bags in each hand every day up a hill and back down a hill to go pick out apples from an apple tree. Let's say it's fall time and that apple tree flourishes and there's much more apples growing from the apple tree. So instead your grandmother says, you know what, Johnny? Today you're going to pick up 10 pounds of apples. And you're going to put 10 pounds in each bag. So you have a full load of 20 pounds of apples. Now, you started off with just carrying 10 pounds of apples. You've upgraded to 20 pounds of apples. That is progressive overload in the essence of it. As a result, your body will have to adapt to the demand that's placed on your body so that you can grow bigger and stronger. Because if you don't, you'll be weak and you'll struggle and you probably would die off. And we as humans would have died off a long time ago if we didn't adapt. So our body is made to adapt, and we must utilize the adaptation principle, which is progressive overload. Okay? So that is progressive overload, increasing the demand placed on your body. Now, there are 4 ways to employ or make use of progressive overload. We're going to go through them one by one. Alright? Number 1 way to implement progressive overload: add more weight. Okay? So if I'm doing push-ups with my body weight and I can perform 15 easy reps, I'm going to get a book bag, put some books in my book bag, put that book bag on my back. Or I can put a 10-pound plate on my back. Either way, I'm still making use of one parameter of progressive overload, which is adding more weight. Very simple. You add more stress, add more resistance, more demand to your body. If I didn't have a book bag of weights, I would ask my girlfriend, I don't have a girlfriend by the way, but I would ask my girlfriend to sit on my back. That's emulating or employing one facet of progressive overload. Now, the second strategy of progressive overload is change the leverage. All that means is that you're going from an exercise that's easy to do and you're changing the way the exercise is utilized, making it harder to perform. For example, if you're doing regular standard width push-ups on the floor and then you elevate your feet onto your bed or onto a chair, you turn those push-ups, those standard push-ups, into incline push-ups. Those incline push-ups are going to be much harder. It's still the same exercise, but the only difference is you change the leverage to put it at a disadvantage, which is going to mean that you have a greater demand or greater stress placed on your body. It's going back up to that principle of progressive overload. Alright? Third way that you can employ progressive overload is add more volume. And this is very simple. Volume is the amount of work that you do. So for example, if I'm doing 3 sets of 12 on push-ups and it's fairly easy, I'm going to upgrade to 4 sets of 12. Or I can upgrade to 5 sets of 12. More volume is another way to employ the very most important principle in muscle building, strength building, and life, progressive overload. You can do that by adding more volume, more sets, or more reps too. You can also add more reps. For example, if you're doing 3 sets of 8, you can build your way up to 3 sets of 10. Build your way up to 3 sets of 11. Build your way up to 3 sets of 12. If you're performing 3 sets of 7 and you go from 3 sets of 7 to 1 set of 8 and 2 sets of 7, that is employing the principle of adding more volume to glean the principle of progressive overload. Okay? All these strategies work into play to actually incorporate the number one holy grail principle. Now, last but not least, another effective principle in employing progressive overload is called workload density. And what I mean by workload density is the work you've done in a more compacted amount of time. For example, if I'm doing 3 sets of 10 pull-ups, right? Body weight. And it's fairly easy. I can implement workload density and I can decrease the amount of rest time. So for example, let's say I'm resting 2 minutes a set, 3 sets of 10. I'll cut that down to 2 minutes and 30 seconds, 3 sets of 10. And if that gets easy, I'll cut it down to 2 minutes, 3 sets of 10. If that gets easy, a minute 30. If that gets easy, 60 seconds. If that gets easy, 45. If that gets easy, 30 seconds, 3 sets of 10. That is implementing this parameter here, which is workload density. And workload density is another great way to glean that principle of progressive overload. You're increasing a demand placed on your body because you're cutting down your resting times. This is another great way to employ progressive overload. But I named them 1, 2, 3, 4 because this is the order of hierarchy. In my knowledgeable opinion, according to my research and my scholarship, I feel like these are all the best ways of employing progressive overload, but this is the most effective way, and then as you go down, they're the least effective ways. So I would definitely recommend adding more weight first. If you can't do that, then you can do these other strategies and still glean the benefits of progressive overload, which is increasing muscle size, increasing muscle strength. Alright guys, this is part 1. I hope you guys understood that. Progressive overload and the 4 strategies to employ that principle so you can make those glute gains, those arm gains, chest gains, back gains, whatever it is you want that we're all going to make on this bodyweight program. Stay tuned for part 2 where I expound upon the actual routine as far as the exercises go and the progression goes that we're going to do on this bodyweight program. See ya! I'm the captain now. I'm the chosen one. Yeah.